Assalamualaikum and good morning, Miss Hayati. My name is Muhammda and I'm Rizal. I'm from GLT12048, and today I'd like to presenting about assessment to individual presentation with the report and the subject of ELS253 proofreading and editing. The first slide is where the introduction begins. This specific assessment is all about how a proofreader can justify all the correctness that was being made from the original document. That's why the original document stated there are the highlighted phrases, words, and sentences that were being able to being corrected by me as a proofreader and editor. For Sayyidina Shamimi binti Badru Hisham, the resume and also the cover letter. The next one is the analysis. So for this assessment, we have 4 analysis: context, content, language, and mechanics of writing. And the next one is context. The first category is format. The detail is that wrong format of personal name stated. Justification is that cover letter's format should not have included any personal name. And the second format under category of context is that the writer construct the cover letter with no justification format. While that being said is that the format of justification is crucial to establish accountability and improve credibility of the alignment and approval for a formal document. The next slide is where I stated the evidence of an arrow that the first arrow at the top of the cover letter shows the first error coming from the author, which is the format, which is she put her name, and the second arrow coming from the justification format, where she did not put any justification. Next, we have content. The first category of content is references. Under his references is that the author only stated the position of the past manager under the reference heading. Justification that was able to be made by me is that providing only the position title is insufficient for verification. And the second category under the category of content is that clarity. The language capability was not stated formally and precisely. While that being said, under the category of clarity, formal documents require measurable and clear metrics, where it stated a proficiency level using percentages. The next slide is where I attach the evidence of Sayyidina Shamimi binti Badru Hisham, where she made a mistake at the language part and also reference part. The first right arrow is where the references should have been more precise, so that the upcoming company that wanted to take her into a job application would be able to contact the manager. And the language part is where she should have put a specific amount of percentage where she is fluent in any specific languages. And the next one is language. The first category of language that was be able to find an error by me is that the word form error. This is because the error is to contribute immediate to your team's commitment, and the correction that was able to be made by me is to contribute immediately to your team's commitment. Justification is that the verb contribute requires an adverb to describe how the action is to be performed. Thus, the corrected word would be immediately instead of immediate, and this falls under the category of error of part of speech. The second category under language is that preposition error. Under this category is the sentence is that very good in packaging, and the correction that was being made by me is very good at packaging. This is because the usage of in the sentence of very good in packaging justifies the wrong usage of preposition where it should have used at, as it indicates the proficiency in activity or perhaps practical skill. In this context, Siti Nur Shamimi wanted to describe her practical skills, where it is actually incorrect to put in. That's why it is fall under the category of incorrect use of preposition. Next is mechanics of writing. Mechanics of writing, I was able to find 2 examples coming from the report. The first one is capitalization. The second one is punctuation. Capitalization, which is the first error under the mechanics of writing, is that the error hiring manager protect manufacturing solutions, and the correction is hiring manager protect manufacturing solution. The only difference is that I put a capital M for the word manager because hiring manager is actually precedes a person's name. That's why it is fall under the capitalization of proper name. The second one is punctuation, where it is fall under the category of comma splice. The error that was being made by the author is that I am have pleasant personality, self-motivated and fast learner. The correction that I was able to make was that I am have pleasant personality, self-motivated and fast learner. The justification is that the comma after sequence format of a sentence such as I have a pleasant personality, self-motivated and fast learner is required as it is a formal document where usually author use an Oxford comma. The next one is the conclusion. In conclusion, this assessment concludes the formal analysis of the applications, resume, and job application letter. The analytic domains are context, content, language, and mechanism of writing. These were able to be identified their effectiveness where it is not undermined by poor organization, but by a consistent failure to execute linguistic and formatting details with the required professional precision. These are the edited document attached coming from my part, which I must be able to make a new documents for Nur Shamimi, the resumes, and also the cover letters. And these are all my references for the specific assessment tool, and that is all coming from me. Thank you, Miss Nurhayati, and thank you, everyone.